Okay, it's raining outside, so it might be loud on this tin roof. But this is a video on engine mounts, the ones that bolt to the block. These two right here that we're looking at came off of this 74 car. And the guy that got the car from me told me it was a 454. Someone had put a 454 in. But the engine, there's a left and a right. And one is 2.5, and the other one is about 1 5/8. So what I'm getting at is I wanted to put and then I had this old 350 engine, Pontiac, and I wanted to stick it in this car here, my 76, just to mock it up. I pulled everything up. Everything's gone. Crank's gone, cam's gone, pistons, everything. So it's a lot lighter. So when I come over here to this car here, now we're looking at the 76. Let me zoom out. Now these are the mounts that go to the frame. And these are 15 1/4 center to center. So this had the 400 engine in it, and that one had, I was told, the 455. That one over there, when I measured between the mounts, is 15 3/4. So I'm trying to figure out what the heck's going on. So moving this over to here, I got the 400 block all rebuilt, and I got the 350. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drop a plumb bob down and see if I have the 15 1/4. And then I'm going to take those mounts off and put them on that engine and see if I have the 15 1/4. So if I have to, I'll take the mounts off of the 400, put it on the 350, because I think the blocks are the same. But these engine mounts are throwing me off, so I just have to double check. So I'll just do this one real quick. So I'm just going to go out the center of the hole. Center on this side. This should be 15 1/4. And I got this roller. Okay. So this 400 will fit into there with the mounts that came out here. Now I'm going to take those mounts off, put them on there, and it should be the same measurement, I believe. I'll get back to you. I'll get back when I switch the mounts. Okay, I just took the mounts off the 400. I put them next to the ones I took off that donor car. You can see the black ones I know are the right ones because I took the engine out. The other ones, there was no engine in there. But the point I'm making is there are different mounts. So, you know, who knows how many different mounts there are for these engines. Maybe they tilted it up to clear something and put a bigger, higher mount on one side. I don't know. I don't even know where you get that information. Anyway, I'm going to bolt these on the other engine. Okay, now I'm going to check this one. This is the 350. I put the mounts on, they bolt on the same. I'll level across here. I don't think it matters, but I'm just going to do it. Yeah, it's real close. I think this is going to be the same 15 1/4, but I don't know. Yeah. So, the engine mounts are the same. So I can put this in here. The reason I want to put it in, let me tilt this up. The reason I want to put this in is when I bought the car, like I said a lot of times, the manifold was missing, the heads were missing on that engine, distributor was missing, everything was disconnected. So I like to just mock up this engine while it's small and put my fuel lines in, put my steering in, everything. I can lay some heads on because I have some heads, and I'm sure that those are 455 heads over there that I have on shelf back there. I think they bolt on here too. Doesn't mean I would run. I mean, it doesn't, because the crank control might be different, but that's not what I want. Another thing. So, another thing I've been trying to figure out is, let me see if I can zoom in on this. I picked up this old manifold. This is a 77 manifold. So what I've been trying to figure out is the throttle linkage. I cannot find any pictures. So the car I'm working on, the 76 Trans Am, came with a TH350 Trans, a 400 block, and it had cruise control. I don't know if you can see in this picture. Let me zoom out a little bit. So here's the firewall back here, if it was in the car. So you notice there's two. If you had a 400 Trans without cruise, I mean, this is what I found out from research, you'd only have one of these for throttle. If you had, let's say, a 400 or a 454 with a 350 Trans, I don't know if they had a 450, but let's just say they did have a 350 Trans. With a kickdown, if you need a kickdown, you need this extra hole, so you need a throttle and a kickdown. But if you got cruise control, you need one more. You need 1, 2, 3. Which I haven't been able to find one picture anywhere. I've searched for hours. But I found one on eBay. They want $100. Not that I want to use, not that I'm going to hook the cruise control back up. I'm just trying to figure this all out. But anyway, one is throttle, one's kickdown. Or I guess if they had cruise control on a 400 Trans, you'd have, and with cruise, you'd have a throttle, kickdown, throttle, and maybe a cruise. Now, that's a lot to take in. But anyway, it's a lot to take in. But this is what I'm up against trying to figure all this out. And then I bought that manifold because I wasn't sure how the manifold went together. I mean, I got this manifold, but it's just bare, and it's like what goes where? I mean, we know a carburetor goes on there. We know there's a thermostat, but who knows? So I'll show you another thing. This engine was rebuilt. Make the zoom out. I had this rebuilt because, like I said, all the parts were missing and I didn't know where to get them all. But here's a mistake they made. You can't really trust anybody. And this is a reputable engine building shop. So you go over here. See the dipstick? Right behind that engine mount? Well, you probably can't see it, but I'll move the camera one more time. Can't, I'm back in the quarter. But anyway, trust me, there's no dipstick. Luckily, you know, there was a dipstick. I had pulled the engine apart because it was frozen. I know how it goes back together. But that means I gotta take the oil pan back off. So anyway, I'm gonna keep finding little issues like this. And again, this is why I'm putting this in. I'm gonna mock it up. You know, I'll put it. All it is you can see there's 2 bolts for the engine mounts, and I'll put the heads on with 2 bolts and a manifold with 2 bolts. And I'll put the carburetor on with 2 bolts. And once then I'll bolt the power steering, alternator, just whatever. I'll try to figure it all out. And this was an air conditioning car too. So maybe I'll put the air conditioning mounts on there, but I won't. I'm not gonna hook up the air conditioning. I'm not sure I'm gonna hook up cruise. But in the future, I'd like to have the right stuff on the car. It's tough figuring this stuff out. Anyway, so now that I've figured out that I can put this in, I'm gonna do it. I was gonna bolt it in, and then I did that measurement. You know, going back over to the table over there. Let's see, can you see it? It's hard to see if it's a viewfinder. But when I measured the distance, like I said, it was 15 3/4 with those on, with those bolted on that 350 engine, and I was going, what the heck's going on? I didn't realize they used different engine mounts. So you gotta be real careful when you swap engines that you get the right engine mounts. I mean, maybe everybody else in the world knows this, but I didn't. So that's what I learned. You know, maybe I'll I'm just floating around while I'm doing this. You know what? I ought to just grab one of those heads right now and see if it drops on here. I'm gonna go get a 454 head. I'm not sure what's the front and back. Let's see, if I look at this, I'm looking at my other engine. Well, I'll just try it, that's all. Not sure if this goes on this side or the other side. Let me just look at this other engine. Let's see. Trying to figure out what side is which. So I'm looking at this other engine here. Move the camera. What's the GM1? This is GM2, so it's on this side. What am I doing back? What am I doing on here? That goes right on. Not sure what this is. Water pan. Anyway. So I just gotta find 2 head bolts. Like I said, I'm just gonna mock it up. That's it. Oh, one more thing. I figured out which head goes where. I'm trying to step around this camera. Again, I don't know because I never worked on a Pontiac. And there was no. And these heads were sitting up. They were just sitting on this engine. But this little. I'm not even sure what that is yet. But this protrusion right here, these 2 are different than this side. You can see it on this one. And then let me see if I can zoom in. And then that'll end this. See, these are 4x heads. And I think this is off of, I think these heads, I think I looked it up before, these are off of 72 454. And then over here, these are 6x heads. Yeah, I did a lot of research on this, but I've forgotten. But anyway, they both say GMC 2 right there on the right side. It's kind of interesting. I guess if you did this every day, you could become an engine builder. There's a lot of subtle differences. So that's it.